Hi, it's Marina, the Soul Alchemist. It's time for Pick Your Own Card Weekly Guidance for the 23rd through to the 29th of October. So, without thinking about it, I want you to tune into cards 1, 2, or 3. And I'm going to reveal the messages, themes, and energies that will be supporting you over the next 7 days. And I'm using my AKASHIC Oracle card deck to support us with these messages. So if you want to get your own deck of cards that comes with a free kind of get you started masterclass, and also with a key that you can use as a totem or a pendulum, then check out the link below, or drop me a little comment or get in touch and I will be able to share more information with you. So this week's bonus card is all about soul alignment, and it's a great card. I love it. And as usual, all of these cards are going to weave into each other. You're going to have your main focus. So that's your kind of main topic to kind of keep in your mind through the next 7 days. But just also have the awareness of the other 2 cards. So you have this really kind of 4 cards complete message for the week. And of course, just take what resonates to you. So this card's not been up for a little while, and it's unconscious projection. So if you pick card 1, you can see that we've got this this person that has this mirror up over their face to reflect back basically what is being projected on them, because they know at a level that what they are being what they're absorbing and what they're kind of like hearing, whether that be consciously hearing or subconsciously hearing, it's not supporting them. So this week, just be mindful of the conscious and unconscious projections that people are just placing out in the collective, but also within your family, within your workplace, even just like kind of what you can maybe feedback that you hear from your clients, or just social media, news, all of that type of stuff. Be mindful of those unconscious projections that don't support your mindset, don't support your energy, don't support your well-being, because we are constantly projecting onto each other, whether we're conscious of it or not. Our opinions, our beliefs, our stories, the words and the conversations that we have, we are projecting those words out. Not all of the time are we like projecting onto people, but we're in a space, a very busy space, where there is a lot of projections out there. And so we can also unconsciously bump into those and absorb the frequency of that projection, and then it starts to impact us. So this is about bringing consciousness to who you're connecting with, what you're listening to, where you're spending your time, and really be discerning in terms of what you believe and what you're listening to, and just be mindful of the potentiality of what that can do in terms of either lifting your vibration and having you feeling really positive. So like, there's some really good kind of like binaural beats and things like that you can listen to, or affirmations and really uplifting podcasts and things like that. Or we could be scrolling social media, comparing ourselves to people that we feel that are more successful than us. We could be constantly supporting a particular family member or friend that doesn't seem to want to help themselves, and so they complain about the same things over and over again. And so that's a projection that we are actively taking on board, and obviously it's our choice to take that on, or we can become conscious and aware that we're doing that and actually say, no, for this week I'd like to take a break, and I would like to listen to things that are going to uplift and change my vibration and have me feel more happy than feeling sad, down, or whatever it might be, in fear or anxiety. So be mindful, unconscious projections. This is kind of an acknowledgement that there are those projections out there this week, and it's up to you who you want to hang out with, what you want to listen to, and you're in choice in terms of feeling more positive about life and your experience and where you're at in, in your business or with your health and all of that. Or you can choose to be sucked into the negativity and the toxicity that can be around us, drama, gossip, judgment, all of that type of stuff. That doesn't serve you in the long run. It doesn't serve your vibration or your energy. So unconscious projections is the first card. Let me know how that card resonates. And of course, if you want to go deeper, have your own individual sessions with me 4 times a year, you can do that on subscription. So I've made it very, very affordable, very easy to sign up to, or you can have one session, but the subscription people usually go with that because I get to support them for a whole year with insight, wisdom, guidance, and healing. So it's a really, really incredible way to work, like co-create your next 12 months together. So if you pick card 2, this card has definitely been up quite a lot recently, and today is or this week it pops up again. So just thinking unconscious projections, taking on people's views and ideas. Obviously those unconscious projections then change our vibration and they change our mindsets, they trigger us, and then that changes our behaviors, and it changes also the success anchor. We don't feel successful when we're listening to projections or being impacted by other people's projections. And this is where we've got to have more of that inner authority and more discernment around what we choose to listen to and what we choose to take on board for ourselves as our truth, and be in our power to be like, well, no, I don't agree with that. And that doesn't impact me, or that's not going to impact me. I'm not going to allow it to impact me. And when we come from a very kind of confident and powerful place in terms of our confidence and self-belief and authority and all of that, then we're more likely into being a vibration of success and receiving success. But it does depend on our energy and our frequency and what we're putting out into the quantum field and out into the universe in terms of what we perceive to be success and what that success comes in terms of form. And sometimes we can package up success in a certain way that we don't feel successful. But actually, if we were to expand and broaden our perception about what success is, and I would invite you to do that as a little activity, because you might surprise yourself that you think that actually success has to come in a certain way. And then what we're doing is we're really limiting our ability to receive success because we are really defining it in such a fine line way that the chances of that happening, we're really narrowing it down. So let's just broaden our perspectives around what success is. It doesn't have to just be monetary. It doesn't have to be just about weight loss. It doesn't have to just be, being fulfilled in a relationship. There's so many other ways of experience of success. For some people, just getting out of bed in the morning and enjoying a cup of coffee or whatever, not on their phone, just looking outside the window and looking at nature. That's success. So really get nuanced with what success is, as in broaden your horizons. And what you'll do, the more that you can see where you're successful in your life in all of the ways, what you're doing is you're changing your vibration straight away, and you're saying, yeah, I can see all of this success and I'm available for more. And that's the frequency and vibration that you put out into the universe. So how can you invite more success in this week? How can you feel more successful? But what I want you to do is get your foundational place, as in, what does success look like for you? And I don't just want it to be figures, don't want it to just be monetary value. I don't want you to compare to other people in a way that's negative and it kind of brings you down. If you're going to be inspired by others and their success, use it as inspiration, but not as a tool to kind of beat yourself over the head with. So what does success mean to you? And where are you currently successful in your life? Recognizing and acknowledging that is just really raising your vibration. And then it's kind of like, I am available for more. Yes, please. How can I be more successful? What I was really also drawn to was the book. So I think that knowledge, wisdom, maybe expanding your knowledge and wisdom, like with learning, training, reading some more books, listening to podcasts, inspiring people, where your knowledge can be expanded. That also feels like it's a successful activity to do this week as well. So if you've been thinking about expanding your knowledge in some way, then this feels like a very aligned action to take this week. It will bring success. That's what I'm saying here. So, as I say, if you've been thinking about signing up to a course or just expanding or doing the next level of something, then success is definitely connected to it. But just notice where you are already successful in your life. And for some of you, you're saying, there's just no way I feel successful. I feel like a failure. This is not happening. This is not happening. This is not happening. Acknowledge that, neutralize, let go of that emotion, and then let's just do a 180 on it and say, okay, well, I have to be successful in some shape or form. For me to feel all of that failure, I've got to have an equal amount of success, because law of polarity deems that you have to have both. Law of duality says that you have to have both. It's just that you're not seeing it. So as an equal amount of where you feel that you've got lack and scarcity, you've also got abundance and success. So where can you find that abundance and success? Focus on that, and you tip the scale, you tip your vibration, and we're inviting then more success into your experience this week. So great card, absolutely love it. Let me know if that card resonates, and also if you would like to go deeper, or maybe get your own deck of cards. And just to kind of recap on these two together, you can see straight away, if you're taking on unconscious projections from others, how that could directly impact your success and your ability to magnetize success to you. So we're going into card 3. This is the card that I particularly picked. And it's, again, we had this a few weeks ago. It's Ancestral Heritage. And obviously you've got the kind of the basic generic perspective of this is like whatever we're kind of like doing from a healing perspective this week, or we're pattern breaking, or, you know, changing mindsets and, you know, generational patterns and things like that, which, you know, some of us are really working hard on, then it's supporting our ancestors and, you know, really kind of rippling out the positive impact of that, not just for us, but, you know, past generations and future generations also. What I was really drawn to, though, were the hands below here, and this kind of circle of people being lifted up, and we are there in the middle with the key in our hand. So we're the key to everything, because we're showing up and we're doing the work, or we're bringing the consciousness to what we do in our behaviors, and we're going through this ascension process, you know, so we're kind of flying the flag for our family and our ancestors. But at times it might be useful for us to maybe take a little seat and a step back and allow ourselves to be buoyed up or held up also, and be supported. So if you pick card 3 this week, this really feels like it's time for you to allow yourself to be held by others, whether that be in a community circle, whether that be by family members who are offering to support you and you keep saying no because of guilt maybe, or, you know, I'm very capable and able, I'm very independent, I don't need support. You know, that's very much a long-standing pattern that I've had. And I think it's, you know, to do with male and female and, you know, being capable in the workplace and all of that stuff. All of that conditioning that we carry. And this week is saying, let go, surrender. Wherever you're kind of resisting support, and that even may be like paid support, where you're resisting it in your business and getting somebody in to do the tech, or to support you with posting, or working through some strategy, or whatever it might be, where you're resisting, or maybe even resisting receiving some healing because you think you can do it all yourself. This card this week is saying, allow yourself to be supported. That in itself breaks conditioning around women needing, you know, to reach out to each other and be supported, rather than this kind of like, I can do it myself. I'll just do it myself. It's quicker if I do it myself. Allow yourself to be supported, allow yourself to be held by those that are requesting or asking, or even if you seek support, allow yourself to do that. And what you're doing, as I say, is breaking ancestral patterning just by asking for support and allowing yourself to be supported without guilt. We don't tend to have so much of the guilt thing when we're paying for it, but when we're openly receiving support from others, there might be that, what do I need to do in return? What's the exchange of energy that I need to give? What is their expectation if I say yes? What are my own expectations if I say yes? And this is about just saying yes without guilt, without expectation, and just allow yourself to be held and supported. So in whatever way that is, this is the card 3 that's coming up for you. So allowing yourself to be held up, be buoyed up, be supported, be nurtured, nourished, healed, supported in some way. And as I say, it could be a community circle, it could be family, it could be friends. But if you're feeling a little bit of shame around asking for support also, because again, you don't want to feel incapable, you don't want to be perceived as weak, then again, that's something to acknowledge, but ask for the support anyway, because generally people like to help people. Unless, we really drain people's energy by not taking responsibility for our choices and, we just expect somebody else to do it, that's expectation. But if this is kind of like you've never asked before, or it's very rare that you asked, and that might be the other thing, is like, I've asked before and they'll probably say no. You don't know unless you know, unless you kind of go and just do the choice, do the action. But this is about you being supported and you surrendering to that support. So allow yourself to be held by others this week and show gratitude in whatever way that you feel feels good for you. Again, without expectation and without conditions, just show gratitude, but also receive that without conditions. Receive that support without expectation, and just acknowledge that people really want to help and support you. And there's nothing more in it than that. It's all perfect. So success, as we talk about success anchor and allowing things to be magnetized to you, because we're looking at all of the success aspects in terms of how we are successful, then this also kind of connects in with part of that success could also be the fact that you need to be held and supported. And that's how your success comes to you, through that energy of surrender and not having to do all of the time. Okay, so we are on to the bonus card, which is all about soul alignment. So let me know how that card resonates. And if you want to also work with me one-to-one or get your own deck of cards, then please do reach out. So soul alignment comes through the energy of money, and it's the money alchemist. Very timely card, given where we feel that we're at economically and the economic climate and all of that. And so the soul alignment comes with you looking at your money flow, your money beliefs, your money habits, your money stories, your money conditioning, money wounds. Money brings up all sorts of stuff for us. It's a healer, it's a enabler, and it's also a destroyer. And that's not money in itself, that is people's reactions to this thing called money, because it can create havoc, it can create drama, but it can create senses of peace and contentment and success and alignment and charity and all of that. And that's why it's an enabler. And it's also a healer, because it shows us all of our triggers, all of our wounds, all of our beliefs. So your soul alignment comes with looking at money this week, your money flow, your money outgoings, your money, how you create money. Does it feel in a soul alignment in terms of the way that you do it? Or are you stuck in something that really sucks the energy out of you? And is there a way for you to start making changes with that, starting adjusting the way that you make money, and start to bring some alignment in there where it feels good. Soul alignment is simply, it feels good for you. That's soul alignment. It brings contentment, it brings peace, it brings a sense of excitement. That's soul alignment. So how can you bring more soul alignment to your money this week? So I want you to just reflect on where there is the fears of lack and scarcity. Where can you get maybe a bit more canny with money? Where you can get a bit clever with money, think out of the box. So that can also come through the form of credit. It can also come through the form of savings and coupons and all of that type of stuff. It's all a form of credit or money. Maybe not in the physical basic sense in terms of form, but it is still an enabler of sorts. So how can you increase your flow of money, or how can you clean up your relationship with money? It might be that you don't even want to look at money because there's a lot of shame attached to it in terms of your habits and your spending and the way that you use money to comfort yourself or to get an endorphin hit or whatever it might be. This is your week to bring soul alignment into your experience, using money as the facilitator for that. So as an exercise, I would, have a look at what your relationship is like with money. And you may want to do one of my AKASHIC masterclasses, money masterclasses. That goes a lot deeper with your beliefs and your stories and the negative narratives. And we do some money block clearing. Those are ready, available on my website, in my masterclass library. I've got 27 or 28 masterclasses in there, and there's I think 4 or 5 that are connected with money. Of course, you can do any of my free meditations around money also on the channel. But this is directly asking you or inviting you to look at your money this week in a deeper way to bring alignment to your experience. So not shying away from it, but allowing yourself to go there, feel the resistance, feel the uncomfortableness, but know on the other side that you're going to feel better because you've looked at it and you've started to address some of the misalignments that you have in relationship with your money. So Money Alchemy, it's a great card. I love that card. And we can become the money alchemists if we are willing to work more deeply with the energy of money. So it's up to you whether you want that soul alignment or not. So let me know how those cards resonate. I would love to hear. Don't forget, you can get your deck. You can also maybe get a masterclass. I will drop a link actually in the comments below so you can get a link to my library. So there's a whole host of, as I say, different topics, not just money. There's relationships, there's health, there's loads of business ones, psychic gifts, communication, confidence. There's tons on there. Ancestral karma, lots of different things that you can go and look at. Let me know how your week goes. Drop it in the comments. I always like to hear updates from my community and how these cards resonate, but also how you're getting on with them as well. So love and blessings. Have a beautiful, beautiful week, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.